guys, it's TEW2013 here, and welcome to the second update video of my TEW save with the WWE, the casual save that I've been playing. And basically the plan with this is of course to just, play it casually, and I was going to update it every so often. I think the last video might have been maybe 2 months ago, so I think I'm going to make it, we're at a stage now where it's going to be a lot more frequent updates, maybe every 3 months, because there is so much to really update you on that's happened since SummerSlam. I'm at Wrestlemania, I've just done Wrestlemania, sorry. So I'm probably going to break it down in future updates from like Mania to SummerSlam, SummerSlam to Survivor Series, so on and so forth between the big pay-per-views. But to start with, basically, I'm probably going to break this into 3 different videos, or 3 or 2 videos, depending how long we take with them. Honestly, could see this taking an hour. I've got that much to explain. The title changes, event pay-per-views, the changing of people's popularity, the rise and fall of certain wrestlers. So first off, what we'll do then is we'll just really go through the results leading up to where we are. It'll mostly be pay-per-views, so that'll be under history. So last time you joined us, you've seen my Wrestlemania card there, would be in 2015, this is that long ago, and it would have been the, if I can find it, my pay-per-views, SummerSlam. So we're starting after SummerSlam, and with SummerSlam, we skipped it. So that would have been show 56, when we had put, let's see what the main event was there. Bray Wyatt defending his title against John Cena and Randy Orton. So I can tell just straight away that they should have been in the main event with Bray Wyatt that a lot has changed since then. So that was a solid 82. We've done a couple of shows like say Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I no longer have NXT. Putting 3 shows was just too much, so I was quite happy to just go with the 2. The next up was Night of Champions. I had nothing for Daniel Bryan, so we had him defeat Finn Balor. Right of Honor defeated the Briscoe brothers in the pre-show match. Right of Honor is Kevin Owens and Chris Hero. And Roman Reigns defend his title against AJ Styles for the IC. We then had Sheamus come down and attack him, starting on a feud between Sheamus and Roman Reigns. We had Emma defeat Natalya and Paige to retain her title, so she was continuing on as the Divas champion. And we had the Forever Hooligans to defeat the American Wolves, so they remain champions. Also Ziggler over Jericho. Tyson Kidd retained his title against Spud for the Cruiserweight Championship, who's been and gone, he's been released. Taker defeating Batista. Still down between Sting and Taker. And then we had Cesaro defend his US title in a fatal 4-way against John Morrison, Cody Rhodes and The Miz. Had Ambrose defeat Bad News Barrett in a steel cage match. Obviously, we're trying to build up Barrett as a big main champion. He was going to be the next big face because he'd won Money in the Bank, but it was vital to put Ambrose over as well. So done him. We had Seth Rollins defeat Kurt Angle and Rusev. The reason for this again was purely because Seth Rollins versus Angle had done that many times. So we made it triple threat with Seth Rollins retaining. And then of course in that main event we had Bray Wyatt defeat Randy Orton and Cena to retain the title. Let's see, was it the next night? I don't think it was the next night, that's just a Raw. No. We eventually did a Bad News Barrett cash in, was it after Hell in a Cell? I'll check, Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, it was the main event there. So it was a show before we done the English show, so when would that be? We've done one show in England. Try to find the night that Bad News Barrett won the title, would be that Raw there? There we go, yeah. So it was actually, the first Raw, second Raw, sorry, after Night of Champions. We made him cash in against Bray Wyatt in the opening match after Orton had attacked Wyatt. And that got a solid 87 rating, so that was him winning the championship in the first week of October. I say we'd go on and defend it at the Hell in a Cell. We had Finn Balor defeat Hideo Itami, Sami Zayn, Adam Cole, Spud and Tyson Kidd for the Cruiserweight Championship. Emma retained her title against Paige. The Right of Honor defeated the Forever Hooligans for the WWE World Tag Titles. We had AJ Styles, Jimmy Jacobs and Luke Harper defeat Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Big E and Ryback, just filler. We had Morrison defeat The Miz after we'd split them up. Roman Reigns defended his title against Sheamus. Cesaro retained his title against Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes. Daniel Bryan in a 30-minute Iron Man match defeating Seth Rollins to become World Heavyweight Champion. Randy Orton defeating John Cena as John Cena continued to decline in a Hell in a Cell match. And then our main event saw Bad News Barrett, who was still feuding with Dean Ambrose, defeat him and Bray Wyatt to retain his title, and I get a solid 83 rating there, so delighted with that. So it's continuing the rise of Bad News Barrett in its Survivor Series. We started off on a bang with Daniel Bryan defeating Seth Rollins in a I Quit match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship in '94 there. Judging by the ratings, we probably should have made that main event. But we had AJ defeat Emma, Natalya, Alexa Bliss, Paige and Gail Kim for the Divas title. A match really just to kind of get Alexa Bliss to try and learn some performance stats or whatever. Tyson Kidd defeated Adrian Neville in a ladder match with Finn Balor, Ricochet and the Right of Honor defeat the Briscoes and Young Bucks in a 4v4 match, elimination match. The World Tag titles, which was going to be the separate brand, the Raw brand tag titles, saw No Remorse. Kane and Abyss defeat the Forever Hooligans Heart Attack, which was Harry Smith and Jack Evans, and the High Rollers, which was the Christ Brothers. Rusev defeating Kurt Angle to get his revenge. Another 4-on-4 match was Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, Sheamus, and The Miz defeating Ziggler, Cesaro, Morrison, and Roman Reigns. We had Undertaker defeat Sting, and we had Bad News Barrett defeat John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, and Randy Orton in an Elimination Chamber match. Probably should have made it different matches, but I wanted to kind of put all of them in one big massive match, a true battle of survival. Really would elevate Barrett to the next level. We began his feud with Brock by making him attack him post-match. Next up, next pay-per-view would have been the final Swan Song, which was just the last event of the year, just to kind of finish the year off on a bang. With the Right of Honor defeat the Briscoe brothers for the tag titles, retaining them. Finn Balor retained his championship, defeating Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville and Hideo Itami. With the Miz defeat John Morrison to retain the Intercontinental Championship after he had won it from Roman Reigns after some shenanigans. I can't remember when that was. It was one point in December. But I booked that many shows, you forget when it was. AJ Lee defeated Karma to retain her title. A filler match was Cesaro, Ziggler, AR Fox defeating Styles, Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho. Then we had Roman Reigns defeat Sheamus. We had The Undertaker defeat Randy Orton to keep Taker relevant, because we'll use him at pay-per-views. The great match was Brock defeating Kurt Angle. And we had Daniel Bryan defeat John Cena and Seth Rollins to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Bad News Barrett defeating Bray Wyatt to retain the World WWE Championship. And again, Lesnar would flip out after the match to build up that. 2016, we started off with the... Just going through all my years there. Starting off with the Royal Rumble. With Dean Ambrose defeat Seth Rollins. I went with this kind of angle. This was actually booked before WrestleMania. This was booked way in advance, where Seth would have the defeat early in the show, but then win the Rumble. So he lost to Ambrose with a Taker Sting casket angle. I was tempted to go with a casket match. It ended up being buried alive between those two at WrestleMania. Then with Seth Rollins win the Royal Rumble. Hundreds of stuff with angle of him celebrating. Then Daniel Bryan's interview with Daniel Bryan defend the title against Rusev. And then in the big match, it was hyped up. We had a big match between Bad News Barrett defeating Brock Lesnar to retain his WWE title. So it was really just the case most of the time went to the Rumble, but I felt it was time to really push Seth to the next level, and we gave him the victory. The third week of February saw the Elimination Chamber. As you can see now, I've scrapped the NXT shows. It was just Raw and SmackDown. Everybody was on the one show now. Basically, no brand split. The plan was I'd juke the brand split, but get rid of that. And that was going to come back after WrestleMania, just because I could focus on all the feuds I wanted to happen. But William Regal issued a challenge, which was for Finn Balor, who is a member of the Wrestling Society. More than that later. They defeated John Cena. A 7-8 there. AJ Lee defeated Melissa to retain her Divas title. We then had Right of Honor defeat Enzo and Big Cass for the WWE tag titles. We then had a fatal four-way where the Miz defeated John Morrison, Dolph Ziggler, and Chris Jericho to retain the IC title. We then had the big Elimination Chamber match there, which saw Randy Orton defeat Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Bad News Barrett, Rusev and Bray Wyatt to win the WWE Championship. With Daniel Bryan retain his title against Dean Ambrose with a solid 85. And our main event was Brock Lesnar defeating Roman Reigns with an 82 rating, giving us an 83 B+. And that leads us to WrestleMania 32, 49,300 sell out at the Carrier Dome. This was the show that would take us into international level I done 2 Battle Royals, one for the Divas, which Sasha Banks won, she's going to be one I'm pushing, and the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy was won by Hideo Watami, again a push for him. But we started off with Sami Zayn retaining the Cruiserweight Championship against Ricochet. We'd put the title on Sami just before this because Finn Balor had it, but he is in the match after this, which is the Wrestling Society, him, Kevin Owens, Chris Hero, AJ Styles and Adam Cole, defeating the old guard, the look, whatever you want to call them, of John Cena, Dave Bautista, Ryback, Roman Reigns and Kurt Angle. Winning the 6-way match for the IC title, 6-corner match, Ambrose winning that, defeating Roderick Strong, Johnny Gargano, The Miz, Morrison and Luke Harper. I really just wanted to give the IC title a boost and get as many people on the card as possible. One big shock, we had the World Tag titles go to Enzo and Big Cass, who defeated the Briscoes, Abyss and Kane and International Air Assault, which was Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. Then we had Paige winning the Divas title, which was a bit of a swerve, but she defeated AJ Lee, Emma and Karma for that. And then the Money in the Bank match, as I always do at Mania. Dolph Ziggler won it. I'm going to try and push him to the moon. He defeated Cesaro, AR Fox, Chris Jericho, Rusev and Cody Rhodes. And then after the match he turned heel. Then we had Bray Wyatt against Bad News Barrett. They had fought so many times, this was the 4th time, so that's why I got a low rating at 69, but Barrett went over. And that led us into The Undertaker defeating Sting in a one-on-one match, Buried Alive. Sting won't be wrestling anymore, but Undertaker gets the win. I now don't have, as I see, a lot of poor ratings, so you're wondering how I got the 90. Yeah, the end of the show went well. Seth Rollins defeated Randy Orton for the WWE World title. That was always a plan, a quick switch. Randy have it for a month, so he can get close to 16 title reigns and be the greatest wrestler of all time, but Rollins takes the win here. We have the Shield part, which is just Roman Reigns coming down to congratulate him, great rating. The Road to Mania for Daniel Bryan only got a 50, it was just a video package, it was meant to be Daniel Bryan, but I booked the show late at night, so it ended up being Abyss and I made a mistake, so that's why I get the 50. Then we had Heyman hype Brock, and then we had a 94 rated match between Daniel Bryan defeating Brock Lesnar to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And then we had the Pyro dropping, but a great 9.23 rating there, and just simply one of the best shows I've produced. And this saving just simply outstanding in general. So that's what's happened booking wise. I've still got all this to go through. So I think what we'll do for this one is I'll leave the roster because there's a lot of stuff I want to go with that, and that'll be in the next video. And this one is just going to go through the title history and stuff like that, and maybe do a creative meeting as well, but there'll be a lot more in the second video. Titles, I just gave this, but that's just to keep a note of the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy, which Hideo's had. The World Heavyweight Championship is Daniel Bryan. Since I brought that back a year ago, only Bryan and Rollins have had it, so the 2 good long title runs with that. 5 defences since October for Bryan. The World Tag Team Championships, when I brought them back in November, Kane and Abyss had them, didn't defend them, it was their first defence, and they lost it there for Big Cass and Enzo. I may drop the tag titles again and merge them because I don't feel they were defended enough, but I'll see how the brand split goes. I'm just going to do it whatever the in-game does, and if it splits teams up, it splits teams up, I guess. The Cruiserweight Championship, since coming back, went from Itami to Tyson Kidd to Finn Balor to Sami Zayn. The Prestige is up a good bit, but I changed it to just a mid-card title, so that's why that went up. Divas is still in 34E, which is frustrating. I've had Nikki Bella, AJ Lee get her 4th and 5th title reigns. Natalia's had her 2nd, and Emma's had one, but we're going to put it with Paige. She's a 3-time champion, and hopefully she can push on. The IC title, I went Dolph Ziggler losing it to Bray Wyatt, because that was to take the title to Raw, because Cesaro was in SmackDown. Roman Reigns had a great run with it for pretty much nearly 8 months. And then The Miz had it for 3 months, and now we're going to put it in Ambrose and hopefully really continue to put the prestige of the title up with some big matches. King of the Ring, as I say, that'll be decided who that's going to go to, but obviously Alberto El Patron won the last one. Money in the Bank obviously went Barrett and Ziggler. I don't know how long it'll take me to cash in for Ziggler. I might try and build them up over a year and go for the Mania cash in. We'll see how it goes. Rumble, obviously I didn't register in game, but Randy Orton won it for 2015, Seth Rollins in 2016. Only had 3 US champions, which have been Rusev, who went all the way up till Extreme Rules. Kurt Angle had it till the 3rd week in July, before Cesaro's had it since then. He's defended it 11 times. The Prestige is still only 42, so I need to see what I'm doing with that. World Tag titles have went From the Usos to Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, who have future endeavoured, John Morrison and The Miz, Kozlov and Romero, now it's with Kevin Owens and Chris Hero, who've had it since October but only defended it a few times, so I'll take them defending that. And last but not least, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously Lesnar started as champion, we gave him all the way up to WrestleMania, he lost it to Orton, who had it to July. But Bray Wyatt had it till the first week of October, that's when he had the cash in for Bad News Barrett. He held on until the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton had an Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania, and then we put the title on Seth Rollins to have his second world title reign, but he's first with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So I'll do my creative meeting. There's a lot more I still want to cover, which I'll do in the second video, which will be looking over the roster, looking over people's pop, looking at various storylines, looking at the size, and looking at the development and stuff like that, and where I go from here basically. So creative meeting, our franchise players are Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. Our next big things are Paige, Adam Cole, Ivelisse Velez and Bo Dallas. Our hot prospects are Kelly, Curtis Nation, Emma, Paige and Naomi. Our showstoppers are Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler and Kurt Angle. Our ring generals are Bryan, Angle, Zayn, Styles and Ziggler. And our wave of momentum at the moment, as we are at WrestleMania, is Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton and The Undertaker. And who's not is Levy Bates, Tamina, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy Uso and Brie Bella. Time decline on The Undertaker, Sting, Kane, Chris Jericho and Dave Bautista. And hidden gems are Mr. Anderson, Kevin Kiley, Aaron Draven, Kenny Lush and Tom LaRuffa. Obviously there, a few of them be released, but that'll also be in the next video, as obviously talent will let go as well. So that is it for this episode, guys. Just a quick roundup of what's happened between SummerSlam and WrestleMania. So say there will be a second video highlighting a lot more things, and the future will be every 3 months in game that we'll be getting updates on YouTube. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like. If you get any comments on it, please put them down below. If you're running WWE yourself, please let me know how you're getting on. And until next time, this is 21 Maxwell. I'll speak to you real soon. Bye bye.